Okay, so after getting into an argument with this kid, I learned point two of what I'm about to talk about, and that is, you know, I haven't had to defend myself in a long time. And it was weird. It was really weird to actually have to defend myself. Because, as a professor, it's like, look, if a student argues with me or whatever, which honestly doesn't happen a whole bunch, believe it or not. So it's like, it's like if it goes up to the department chair or something, I've had that happen maybe 2 times in my entire 15-year career now. And so, I haven't had to do this a whole bunch. But this time, not only did I have to defend myself, but I was defending myself in a space where I felt like I might not have been 100% in the right, but I surely was right about challenging this kid and making sure that he understood that you can't go and tear down your players, right? You can't tear down your teammates and whatnot. And so anyway, right? So I got into that argument with the kid. Check out part 1 if you don't know what I'm talking about right now. And but in learning how to defend myself, and so this is what happened. And so that happened on a Friday. And then my head coach calls me on Sunday saying, hey, yo, man, the mom is going off on you. She said that you were physically intimidating to her son, that you had even bumped shoulders with him, that you bumped him with your shoulder, and she filed a police report against you so that she can file a restraining order against you later on. And I'm like, what? Like straight up, like I was just jaw dropped to the ground. I was just so surprised at where this was going right now, right? And I was just like, bump him with hit him with my shoulder. What are you talking about? It's like that's not even something I would even think to do. But then I remembered, that we were going up a set of stairs, right? And he had angled himself to where he cut me off, and that if I just kept on walking, I would walk right into the rail. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that makes sense, right? And so rather than walk into the rail, I kind of moved him over, just asserted like I'm walking next to you, and we touched shoulders. I surely didn't bump him like forcefully or whatever. I was just asserting, okay, I'm walking next to you, and so I'm going to walk next to you. And whatnot. And so maybe our shoulders bumped, but I was just like, that's contact was incidental at best. And so anyway, so I'm just like, man, people can just say anything about you, and and then coaches have to consider it. The people who are in charge have to consider this. And I'm just like, wow, okay, well. And what wound up happening from that was they wound up suspending me indefinitely. And look, I'm going to tell you, I was scared when they said that, because normally when you hear the phrase suspended indefinitely, normally there's not a happy ending to this bad boy. So I was really scared about that, because this was something I really wanted to do. Not only did I want to coach, but also, I was beginning to really enjoy the learning process. I was really enjoying developing the relationships with the players. And honestly, I love being around my son, and because he's playing for JV right now, right? And so I was really like, whoa, this is about to happen. I'm about to get let go of some stupid stuff. And so they suspended me. But then I let myself cool down, because I knew if I wrote anything at that time, it would all just come out all angry and bitter and everything. But after about 24 hours, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to go down without a fight. It's like, look, they're going to let me go, they're going to let me go, but they're surely going to know everything that happened. And I'm going to tell you what, I haven't wrote in my PhD voice in a while. And I don't mean that in any big words, but I mean it as I spoke as an authority in the letter. I was like, and I wrote a 3.5-page letter, single space, and in order to describe what I thought, what happened from my perspective, and how ridiculous this was that it was going this far, and how and how this kid, he needs to have some consequences addressing his actions, because I can't think of a whole bunch of circumstances where a student should be cussing out their coach ever, right? And so anyway, so I'm writing, like I said, I write this 3.5-page single space thing and just literally detailing everything out, and I'm like, man, I'm not going down without a fight. Like I want you to understand that that this woman, the mother is lying, straight up lying about how this has went down, and it's like, and this is not okay for someone to lie about you and then get you fired from something. And so then, and then I remember that one of the things about her case against me is that she had filed a police report. And so the next day, I go into the police department right a few days after the incident and whatnot, and I go in and I ask them, it's like, hey, someone said they filed a police report against me. Can you let me know if they've done that? And after some finagling and some, hustling, one of the dudes, he helped me out probably a little bit more than what he should, but I appreciated that. Really, I truly, honestly do. And he said, I've looked around. There's no police report. And I'm like, whoa, there's no police report. And he's like, yeah, they're probably blowing off steam, probably just saying whatever they want to say in order to, to get you laid up, get you fired. And I'm like, man, really? And he's like, yeah, this seems like they're just blowing smoke. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, so there's no police report. He's like, nah, not that I can see. And so then I go back. And again, it's like I had to, like I said, learning how to defend myself was like, back in the day, I wouldn't have even thought to go and try to confirm whether there was a police report or not. But I thought, and it was like, no, I need to figure out if this is true, because if it is, then I might have to lawyer up. So, figure that out. And, but yeah, and so then I call him back, call my coach back and say, hey, it's like, look, one of the main things that she said was that she filed a police report, and I went to the police department and they don't have anything, they don't have a report. And so to me, that just lets you know how much this woman is willing to lie in order to get me laid off or, or to get me fired. And so, and so all of that stuff wound up working in my favor. They suspended me for a week. It's not like I got paid or anything. It's like I'm volunteer. I'm and whatnot. But they suspended me for a week. We got all the details. They wound up defending me, and but I just remember, like I said, in that process of going, man, it's like, man, I haven't had to defend myself in a long time, and I'm glad, even though the circumstances weren't obviously the best. But I'm glad that I got this opportunity to really know and understand that I can defend myself, and that you should defend yourself, especially when you're right. And I think a lot of us forget that at times. It's like, it's way easier to just let things go sometimes. But this one was really important to me, and I'm glad that I figured out that I actually have it in me to defend myself. But anyway, I'll take on the other part in the last segment on this one. But take it easy, folks.